Hi, this is Elizabeth from Strange Ago, and here are people who lived after being hanged. Surprisingly, history is filled with accounts of people who survived being hung in the gallows. This was mostly because inexperienced hangmen did not know that the noose knot had to go under the left ear for a quick, clean snap. Most people hung were left to dangle and slowly choke to death. Annetta de Beauchamp was strung up and hung from Monday morning until Thursday morning in 1264. After she was cut down, she regained consciousness. King Henry III granted her a pardon after the ordeal. Servant girl Anna Green was hanged in 1650 for child murder. After she was cut down, her body was handed over to doctors who revived her. When she was asked about what it was like to be hanged, she said she remembered nothing. When she was revived, it was like waking from a deep sleep. Margaret Dixon was hanged on September 2, 1724. After being cut down and while she was being carried to her grave, she recovered. She went on to live for a number of years afterward and was nicknamed Half-Hanged Maggie Dixon. In 1767, a Cork man was hanged for street theft. After the man was cut down, a doctor took him to surgery, made an incision in his windpipe, and revived him. Later that night, that same man went to the theater. John Smith, also called Half-Hanged Smith, was another person who survived after being hanged in 1882. According to one report, the gaping crowd had assembled. The rope was around John's neck, his hands pinioned behind him, the cap tied over his face. The priest had finished his prayer. Jack Ketch had turned him off when, breathless with haste, a messenger arrived from the king with a pardon. What luck or half luck, John was cut down and revived. Of course, everyone wanted to know exactly what it was like to be hanged. John said, "When I was first turned off, I was sensible of very great pain occasioned by the weight of my body, and felt my spirits in strange commotion, violently pressing upward, that having forced their way to my head, I, as it were, saw a great blaze of glaring light, which seemed to go out of my eyes with a flash. Then I lost all sense of pain. After I was cut down and began to come to myself, the blood and spirits forced themselves into their former channels and put me in a sort of prickling or smarting to such intolerable pain that I could have wished those hanged who cut me down."